welcome YouTube. Good morning. So I thought I would bring you with me while I am doing my steps this morning and talk to you a little bit about what this video is going to be about and give you a little bit of a life update. I'm hoping that the audio is going to be clear enough, bearing in mind I'm outdoors and I don't have a microphone, so we'll see. So today's video I am going to take you through some mobility work and show you what I do for mobility for bikini, how I keep my back nice and loose, how I help myself to get better at posing, and how I keep myself healthy and look after my body and my joints and my muscles through stretching and mobility work. You may or may not know that I am a qualified yoga teacher. I lived in India learning yoga and then also working on an ashram in India and in Holland as well. So I've got lots of experience, and I have my own business as well. Namaste Natasha, hence the name of my YouTube channel. It's also my Instagram tag if you want to find me, namaste.natasha. So I'm going to be bringing you through some mobility work, what I do after my gym session today. So that should be really exciting. I feel like it's something that we're really missing in the bodybuilding community, that not many people talk about the mobility side of it. Yeah, when we're doing our posing, it can be really painful and you do need a lot of flexibility to really hit that front pose. You need like nice flexibility to get that deep twist to make it look really good. But when you're holding it for a long time, your lower back can really tighten up, and also doing like your back walk and your back pose, I feel like your glutes can really tighten up as well and you can get some pain. So it's really good to loosen that off. And also when you're training hard, especially as you're dieting down, you're getting leaner, you're going to be more susceptible and prone to getting some injuries. So loosening all of those muscle groups off is really important as well, and just general body maintenance. You're putting it through a lot if you're going through a prep or if you're just training in general, and you need to look after yourself. I think it's really important to have that mind-body connection and to take the time to really focus on your body and what your body feels like after training, and at any time really, but particularly after training, and then be able to loosen that off. And that's going to help you in your training as well, because if you don't have that mind-body connection, you can't feel your muscle groups working. How do you know that you're actually training efficiently and you're actually engaging your target muscle group? And for me, the way that I learned to connect with my body and to really feel the muscle groups and to feel the areas of my body, the connective tissue, was through yoga. I had absolutely no idea what my body felt like before I started doing that and before I started training in yoga. So I would really recommend taking that quiet time to relax and really tune in with your body and to get those sensations, and I think that's really going to help you on your bodybuilding journey. So let's talk a little bit about what's new. I am now just under 4 weeks out. So yeah, it's getting really close now. It is literally crunch time. It's getting so close. We have lowered the calories ever so slightly the last week. We've taken those calories out from fats mainly. Yeah, we've just taken them out of fats. So it's not like a huge amount of a drop in calories, but I am feeling it. Like my body is tired now. Like definitely my body is really tired. I was back at work last week after having a week off, and yeah, I struggled. I'm not gonna lie, I've got to the point where like I'm fine up until a point. Like I'm fine until, I don't know, maybe like midday or something, 1-2 o'clock, and then after that I just hit a wall and it's like pure exhaustion, which obviously isn't ideal, but it's only for a few more weeks. I'm going to push really hard for the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to start carving up, and I think then I'm going to notice a real difference, and it's going to feel really good. But yeah, it's just like that last final push, and I've been saying to everyone that I just need to remember my why, like why I am doing this. I'm doing this for me, to feel proud of myself, and that's all I want. I want to get onto stage with a physique that is the best physique that I can have right now, and I'm confident that I am doing everything I can do to deliver my best package and to make myself feel proud. This is for me, it's not for anyone else. A few people have just taken it upon themselves to comment like, oh, you're too lean, like you're going to be too lean for bikini. I don't care. Like, this is like my prep, my journey. I'm working with the most amazing coach who is so knowledgeable, and she is so supportive, and she's there for me, holding my hand every step of the way, talking me through everything that we're doing. And it's her opinion that I care about, and it's her opinion that I'm paying for, and my opinion that I care about, and how I feel about myself. So yeah, I'm a bit tired of people making judgments now. I'm sure that everyone deals with it, no matter what level you're at. But yeah, it's frustrating. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I know that it's the last tiny little push, and then we're gonna get there, and we're gonna make it to stage, and I'm just going to try and really enjoy that process. Now I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to train, and then I'm going to do that mobility work that I want to share with you. And yeah, I'll catch up with you then. Just going to finish getting these steps in, and it's beautiful sunshine. Oh my God, it's freezing, but it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm really happy. It's lovely. Yesterday I was doing my steps and it was raining. Today it's gorgeous. So yes, enjoying my steps today. Now I've finished training, I'm going to do some stretching and mobility work, and I'm going to show you a little bit of how I go about that. What has been really helpful for me to get is one of these, like a foam roller. This was literally from Aldi, such good value, but these are like super hard, whereas a lot of them I find they're quite soft and doesn't do the trick very well, but this is really nice for rolling over your quads, glutes, hamstrings, like lying across on your lower back. I roll up my shoulders on it as well, my delts. It can be quite painful, but it really does work. It really helps to release it, and it also helps with like muscle growth as well, that you're releasing, like where it's getting contracted inside, you're then relaxing that, so it's actually got space to grow, which is really beneficial.
and also like bringing it up a little bit. It relaxes some of the muscles higher up of your traps and everything, which obviously you don't want to be working as hard. So I love this. Not very expensive, really good piece of kit to invest in, although most gyms have them if you don't want to invest in them. I'm going to show you some different stretches that I do. Obviously for bikini, we want to be working on our glutes and our lower back. A lot of the movements that we're doing are twisting, so you want that mobility, that twist, but you also want to be releasing all that tension in your glute max, your glute med, your piriformis, lower back. Like a lot of us get like tension in our lower back. I know I get a lot of pain in my lower back, sciatic nerve, that area, and where your glute ham tie-in is. I don't know about other people, but I've been like twinging that a lot recently and been feeling like a lot of pain. I had a massage about a week ago, which really helps, but I'm still like getting like twinges in there like every time I work it. So I think doing those deep stretches is really helping to save me from properly like damaging it. And it keeps everything supple and flexible, especially in this cold weather. It's bitter, it's February in England, it's freezing. So whenever you're training, your muscles are starting off cold, and it doesn't matter if you warm up or not, it's still cold, and your muscles are going to be less flexible and like stay tighter. So as you're training, they're not relaxing as much, and you're going to hold yourself a bit tighter as well. So making sure you're warm when you're stretching as well is really important. Get blankets, get yourself comfy, get warm. You don't have to do it at the gym, do it at home if you want to, but make sure you're warm and don't overdo it. Oh my goodness, like I've injured myself more doing yoga than anything else I've ever done, because you throw yourself into the position and you try and force your body to do like contortions it doesn't want to do. You're best to go gradually into it and just ease your way in. If it's feeling really painful, back off a little bit. If it ever feels like a sharp pain sensation, get out of that position. It's not worth it. Don't injure yourself. It's supposed to be helping you, not hindering you, not like injuring you further. And breathe. Whenever you're stretching, you should be breathing properly. A lot of people, they will like hold their breath and tense up when they're getting into their like mobility and stretch position, and that's not going to help you at all. You need to be breathing really deeply, and that breath is going to help you relax further into it and ease everything off. There's no point doing it if you're going to be rigid and holding your breath in it. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and I'll talk through it over the top, because I don't think you're going to be able to hear me if I talk while I'm doing it, because I'm just doing this on my phone. Enjoy. I hope it helps you.
See that I've just speeded everything up, but I'm using my breath to reach up and extend my back, and then to twist And I'm not pushing and crunching into that twist. I'm just doing it quite gently and naturally. Then I'm bending forward, again, very gently. I'm not forcing myself into it. With your legs crossed, you should be able to really feel that quite deeply in your glute medius. And then I'm doing some side twists, and that's really nice for a complete side body stretch. Bending forward again, that I'm showing you where I can feel that on my glutes there. Then I'm swapping over my ankles so that I can feel it on the other side as well. And then I'm going to start doing some cat-cows. It's basically breathing in, and I'm arching my back and looking up, breathing out, I'm hunching everything, rounding my spine. And that's a really nice one for back mobility, without it being too deep and without causing any injury. This is something that I would say benefits you to do straight away. Just getting some other sort of twists and stretches in there as I'm going, just finding what feels nice. And then I'm doing a nice side stretch. It's called Thread the Needle. And again, it's just a really nice stretch for the whole side of the body and a twist, because that twisting motion is so important for us bikini girls. We need that mobility because it's not natural to be able to twist your shoulder around and your hips the other way to show your glutes and your delts off the way that we do. And then I'm just going in for it again, going a little bit deeper. I'm not pushing into it though, I'm just using my breath to go a little bit deeper. My shoulder is resting on the ground, keeping my hips nice and high. And then I'm just putting that knee in towards me. Again, I'm not forcing, there's no pain. I'm just breathing nice and deeply, putting that in towards me. I can really feel that on my gracilis and my inner hip because that's where I have the most mobility issues. Pulling my nose to my knee, and this is called womb pose, but it's a really nice one for your glutes. Just pulling that in towards me very gently, feeling a nice stretch in all of my glute and that glute hamstring tie-in. Then this twist is beautiful, I absolutely love it, one of my favourite twists, favourite stretches. And then as I straighten my leg like that, I can feel it a lot more in my IT band. So that's a really nice variation, but you must keep your shoulder on the floor while you're doing it. It doesn't matter if you've got both knees bent, you've got a cushion underneath your knee, anything, if your knee doesn't come to the ground, but just make sure your shoulder is on the ground. That's more important for the twist. And just breathe. I can't say enough, don't crank into it. I'm just doing it all on the other side now. It'll probably feel different from side to side. One side is usually a bit tighter than the other. I think that's my tighter side I've just gone into. You can see my shoulder is on the floor. And then I'm going to straighten that leg again, feeling more in my IT band. A really nice stretch though. I love twisting positions. Then a little back massage, going backwards and forwards like that. Coming into sitting. Then I'm going to do another twist. So this is a really good stretch as well. You can either keep your arm up like I am, or then I've just put it to touch my ankle to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. But just breathe into it. You're not forcing anything, not cranking, breathing into it, looking over your shoulder. You shouldn't feel any pain whatsoever. If you do, just back off a little bit or come out of it. This is 90-90. Both knees are in 90-degree angles. And then I'm just stretching over my knee. Really deep stretch in your glute. And I'm going to swap sides. This is like an easily accessible pigeon pose. I'm going to do pigeon pose in a minute. This is an easier version of it. And then this is a nice downward facing dog, stretching out your upper body as well as your lower body, stretching out your hamstrings, your glutes, your shoulders. And then this is pigeon pose. I've got one leg straight, the other one bent at 90-degree angle, bending forwards over it. You'll get really deep stretch doing this, all down your glutes. I feel it in my inner thigh, my gracilis, because like I said, that's where I get a lot of pain and tightness. But you can feel this quite heavily in your glutes. And any forward stretch is going to be your lower back as well. And then I'm just stretching out my quad there as well. Really deep stretch to the quad, because that can get pretty tight too. My legs are pretty tight today because I had a heavy leg day yesterday. I've got major DOMs. It's going in on the other side. My less flexible side, you can see how far off the ground my hips are. I would usually put a cushion or something underneath my hips, but I didn't have any, so it's all good. Definitely lost some flexibility since I've swapped up my yoga to bodybuilding, but it's all good. All part of the process. And then again, you can see from the other side how I'm just stretching out that quad. I love this pose. It looks like a mermaid. And then I'm going back into downward facing dog, stretching it all back out again. And this is a really nice pose. Basically, again, both knees are at right angles, but they're crossed one over the other. You can do this on a chair as well, just one crossed over, and then bend over it. It's such a deep stretch. Such a good one for stretching out your glutes, your inner thighs, your gracilis, piriformis, everything. I love it. Then this is windscreen wipers, easing it all back off after holding that. Releasing all that tension, letting everything go. Nice forward bend here, really nice for your back. Again, you can see I'm not forcing myself into it. I could bring myself so my nose was on my ankles if I wanted to, but I'd be pushing and it wouldn't feel good. Going in with camel pose here, which is a nice back bend. Unfortunately, my phone stopped recording. I did do a cobra pose, which is when you're lying on your stomach and lifting up your chest. And I also did lotus pose, which is when you lift up your legs and your chest from lying on your stomach. So 2 more back bends, but my phone ran out of battery, unfortunately. And just finishing up here with dancer pose. I've got no balance. Again, just stretching out your leg and your back at the same time. So this is a really nice one to do. I love it. That's my stretching done. When I go home, I'm going to show you what I do with my feet. And I get a little tennis ball and go over my feet. And I didn't bring a tennis ball with me, so I'll show you that when I go home. But yeah, that was really nice. Feel much looser. Feels really good. I'd recommend just like giving yourself a little massage as well. I often do that while I'm doing yoga. I'll just stop and like give myself a little massage. My shoulders, my feet, or wherever it feels a bit tight. So yeah, I'd really recommend that. I hope it's been helpful. I'll try and put some voice over it and tell you where you should be feeling it. I feel it a lot in my IT band, in my glutes, and on my inner thigh, and my gracilis, all in here as well. So I get quite tight. It's so loose for me at the moment. If anyone wants to go fund me some prep leggings, that'd be super helpful because everything is just colossal on me right now. But anyway, I will see you a bit later. So it's definitely the little things. Post-workout, I had my Tupperware box full of rice and chicken, vegan chicken and broccoli. Now I've got a little Americano to keep me going, some hot oat milk. I used to be all about flat white with oat milk. Now, prep mode, it's black Americano, but it's not black. Why did I say black Americano? Because it's got hot oat milk in it, but just a splash. I keep running out of space on my phone, so I'm making sure I'm just going to get my nails done now because, you know, part of the self-care that I'm talking about is actually treating yourself to something. And look, they're all growing out. They're my Valentine's nails, so they need changing. And this is actually my last one before I get my show day nails, so I'm not sure what I'm going to go for. Maybe something quite subtle. I like just quite plain nails usually, and then I'll go for something a bit more sparkly and bold for actually show day nails. But anyway, so I just had a bath and now I'm just chilling. Got my nails done.
not that pleased with them. They're alright. I just wanted them plain, but I feel like he's done a really weird shape of them. Like usually I have like an oval shape. He just wasn't doing them very round. It's like, yeah, it's not quite what I wanted. I was going to show you how I use a tennis ball on my foot, but my feet are so veiny from the bath that it looks ridiculous. I might do it in a minute. But basically I just get the tennis ball under my foot, stand on it and just put some pressure and go up and down on it like this, and that just releases it all after you've been in your posing heels for a long time. It feels a little bit tight. Mine certainly does sometimes, so hopefully that helps some people. I'll leave you a little image of that, and thank you so much for following along with me. I am exhausted, as you can see, so ready for bed. So thank you so much for following my prep journey, and hopefully see you again soon.